As I said in my opening remarks, the NEC met today. So what did they decide?
So two big things dominated our discussion today. Firstly, we were expecting to be told yesterday by the civil service management the government's response to our pay claim, on our pensions claim, and our stuff about redundancies and office closures. But last night we were told that Michael Gove has now decided he wishes to personally write and respond, and will do so in the next 7 days. So what the National Executive Committee agreed is that we would publicise to members our unhappiness with that situation. The government is saying we are key workers. You know, it is because of our efforts. We have a justice system running, that we have staff at the borders, universal credit paid to millions of people who are claiming. You know, our members in HMRC have just started implementing the government's jobs retention scheme. So if we are key workers, and we know we are, they need to do something about our appalling levels of pay and pension and job security. So the NEC agreed today that the moment we get Michael Gove's reply in the next week, we will convene an urgent meeting, let members know what we have achieved or what we haven't, and then decide an action plan moving forward. But the other and probably more significant thing in terms of immediacy that we discussed was that it's become clear in recent days that our success in getting 80% of people working from home is now beginning to become under threat, probably as a result of a debate in the heart of government about the balance about keeping people safe and reopening the economy has surfaced in the civil service. And we believe that there are signs in some departments that management have asked the union to start agreeing protocols to get people from home back into the workplace. And the NEC believes that it is a very big possibility that the civil service will change direction in the next few days or weeks and start trying to get people back out of home, back into work. Indeed, in the passport offices, that's exactly what the management tried to do. So the NEC agreed something very important today, and that is simply this. The government's advice is that the best way to save lives and protect the NHS is for people to stay at home. It was repeated even tonight by Matt Hancock on live TV that staying at home is the key, and the government's lockdown remains in place till the 7th of May at the earliest. So our NEC agreed today unanimously that anyone who is currently at home, anyone who's on special leave, working from home, or has been sent home by the employer should not be returning to work, because we believe it is not safe to do so. If the government has put the country in lockdown, it makes no sense to ask PCS members who are currently at home to go back into work. And we will be meeting the Cabinet Office in the next few days in order to demand that as long as the lockdown remains, their position should be to keep people at home and get more of those currently in work at home. And again, the NEC has decided that in the event that the Cabinet Office do not agree that, we will convene an urgent meeting and issue guidance to reps and members as to how we can keep people safe. Because if Boris Johnson and Matthew Hancock mean what they say, which is staying at home saves lives, it cannot be right to force our members from home back into work.